Today I tried £350 worth of new products and I'm obsessed. So the other day, as you might have seen, I put a post up asking you guys what products you want to see and what you want me to review. So of course, I listened to all of your suggestions and made a massive Sephora order. This is literally £350 worth of products. And just look at how much I've got. I literally have one of everything. The first product I'm going to be using is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer. This primer is a mini version and it was only £15. This primer is supposed to reduce your pores, so then when you apply your makeup, it looks flawless. And I actually really like this primer. Now I'm going in with the REM Beauty Sweetener Foundation in the shade Light 7C. This foundation was £30, which is on the pricier side, but I was shocked when I tried this out. Not only that, but I actually got a really good shade match for my tan. But this foundation is so full coverage and it literally left my skin looking like a filter. I have no filters whatsoever on this video and my skin looks flawless. And as you can see from my face, I was literally shocked at how good it is. This is my first time trying this foundation, but I'm definitely going to start using this nearly every day. But it's literally getting rid of my freckles, all the redness, the discoloration, and even the massive spot that I've got on my forehead. Even after covering it with this foundation, you could barely see it. So this foundation is definitely a 10 out of 10. Then I see that somebody suggested the House Labs Tricone Skin Tech Concealer. I've actually really wanted to try this for a long time and I got the shade Fair Rosy and this was £27. Again, it is a little bit on the pricier side. You guys definitely have expensive taste because most of these suggestions that you guys suggested are the more expensive items. But honestly, I don't mind because I absolutely love taking all of your guys' suggestions. And this concealer, again, is something that I really wanted to get anyway and I absolutely love it. This isn't as full coverage as I normally like my concealers to be. It's a bit more sheer, so I just feel like it'll be really good for the summer when you're doing a no makeup look. Then I got the Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Light. This was actually one of my own suggestions because I've seen everyone using it and it looks insane. This was £26.35, but I'm pretty sure I did have a little coupon and I think the coupon was 21% off. But oh my god, I absolutely love this contour slash bronzer. It looks incredible and it literally blended into my skin like butter. I am obsessed with it. And not only that, but you get so much. I barely even touch the product with my brush and this is how much comes off. And I feel like I literally picked the perfect shade. Like normally my bronzers are a lot darker than what this one is, but this one is perfect. Definitely a good 9 out of 10. Then I got the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Cream Blush in the shade 02 Petal Popping. This cream blush was £21. I'm not going to lie, I'm seeing that most of the items I've got are between £20 and £30. This is not the normal sort of shade that I would go for. Normally I go for a really bright pink. This is more of a rosy red. But I actually really like it and it's a lot more natural than what I thought it would be. But again, you don't really need to use that much product and you still get such a gorgeous flush of colour. And I think this might have actually made me fall in love with a rosy blush. Just look at how flawless my skin looks. Then I got the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I have tried the Ultra Blurring one, but I haven't tried this one before. This was £29.20, but again, I think I had a 21% off voucher. The Ultra Blurring one that I've tried in the past is absolutely incredible, so I did have high hopes for this. So I'm just going in with the Trigmel Cosmetics Powder Puff to put it under my eyes, and oh my god, it literally got rid of the bags under my eyes instantly. Like, can you see the difference under my eyes? One side's got a massive bag, and one is just flawless. And as you can see, it just disappears. The bag under my eye literally disappears with this powder. And this is why I literally love the Laura Mercier powders and I'm so glad that I got this one. And even setting my forehead, like it's getting rid of all the fine lines and literally blurring my forehead. I also like to go in with a little bit of powder underneath my contour slash bronzer just to make it look a little bit more chiseled. And then after I finished underlining my contour slash bronzer, I go in with a fluffy brush that has a little bit of powder on it and just dust it over my face. I am someone that likes to set their whole face so then my makeup lasts for longer. And honestly, I love this powder, definitely a 10 out of 10, and I'll probably end up using this every day alongside my Ultra Blurring one. As you might have seen the other day, I smashed my favourite bronzer, which is this Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer, and of course I had to get another one. This is literally my favourite bronzer I have ever tried, and I literally smashed my last one into a million pieces. This bronzer is £28.50, but honestly, it will last you a good year, and even after that year, there will still be some left, and you'll just smash it like I did. But oh my god, this bronzer is so gorgeous. It's one of the only bronzers that has a really nice glow to it, like a bronzer should do. I feel like contours should be more matte and bronzers should be like shimmery slash sparkly. as I feel like it really gives you that nice glowy sun-kissed look. Just look at how gorgeous this bronzer is. I love it. Next up, I'm going in with the MAC Mineralized Blush in the shade Bubbles Please, and this blush was £28. 28 Great British pounds for a blush, and not gonna lie, it was pretty small. But then when I see how pigmented this blush was, now I know why it's £28. This blush is so pigmented and it's such a gorgeous colour that I might even have to go back and get a different shade. And I would say it was definitely worth the money. Then I got the Dior Forever Luminizers in the shade 003. I always use my Dior Backstage palette, but I'm pretty sure this 003 shade is the shade that I always use from that palette, but in the bigger full size version. And oh my god, this is the best highlight you will ever use on your face. Just look at that glow. It is incredible. I have never ever used a highlighter quite like the Dior highlighters. They are just so good. And if you haven't tried a Dior highlighter, literally any of them, you need to try one. I like to put a little bit of this obviously on the high points of my cheeks, under my eyebrows, on the inner corner of my eyes, and a little bit on the tip of my nose. I pretty much just add it to all of the areas that I want to be a little bit more highlighted. And when I put it on the inner corner of my eyes, I feel like it really brightens up my face. Then I'm going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I've seen so many people talk about this for literally like 6, 7, 8 years. This is £27.70, and oh my god, it's actually made my makeup last so good. My makeup's lasted all day. Now I'm going to be using a little Huda Beauty lip combo. So I'm going in with the Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Muted, which this was £16.50, but it's such a nice shade of lip liner. It isn't as creamy as my other lip liners that I use, but it's still really, really nice. Just look at how gorgeous that colour is. I am obsessed. And then I also got the Huda Beauty Power Bullet Cream Glow in the shade Sweet Nude Buttercup. I see someone called Megan on TikTok use this, and I love her videos, so I had to try this shade. This lipstick literally looks like a lip gloss. It's gorgeous. But this is the finished look, guys. I absolutely love doing this look. I love all the products that I tried, literally every single one of them. I don't have a bad word to say about them. And if you have got to this part of the video, please give me a follow. It means so much more to me than you could ever imagine.